When we imagine a hero, it's quite often someone in a suit of armor, or a soldier, or a maverick cop who doesn't play by the rules. But they hardly ever have 4 legs and fur. We're not sure what the people in this car were planning to do to this woman, but this dog wasn't gonna stand by and let it happen. This brave little dog saved a woman from being mugged and was shot in the paw for his trouble. The new Netflix movie from the makers of Sharknado, Baby Kangaroo vs. Giant Bird.
The baby and Kevin are just attacking me and each other at the same time. Why do I even live here?
When you're unable to get out of the house, it's good to have a heroic pet to do the shopping for you.
Doña Graciela, vea, ya llegó con el mandado.
Never mess with a faithful dog's human, even if you're a lot bigger than them. When her owner had a heart attack, Lulu the pot-bellied pig left their trailer by a doggy door and laid down on the road, hoping to stop traffic. Eventually, somebody did stop and came to her human's aid.
Joanne has fully recovered from her ordeal, and Lulu has reaped the rewards of being a hero.
When this lion suddenly attacked its keeper, the lioness jumped in to save the day. Don't mess with the queen of the jungle. If you've lost your legs, it's good to have a best friend who has 4 of them. There's no better security guard for your unborn baby than this guy.
Can I touch her?
This furry lifeguard knows exactly what to do when he sees a human in distress.
He's trying to save you! He's saving you!
One dog versus a pack of wolves? No problem for this hairy hero. And now, here's another David and Goliath style face-off. And once more, it's bear versus dog. Well, okay, bear versus dog plus man with stick. Here's a dog saving a man from a cougar. Or is it just a dog bullying a cougar? Let us know in the comments. As everyone knows, wild boars just hate road hazards. This bird is more of a hero than most humans. He recycles. This furry helper provides water to baseball umpires in the middle of the innings. When this 4-year-old was finally found after being lost in the woods, they found that the family dog had never left his side.
I love my shoes!
The problem with having a lifeguard dog, however, is that sometimes they can be too helpful. Here's another 4-legged lifeguard rushing to save his humans after hearing cries of distress. So it turns out that bears aren't only afraid of dogs. After an epic standoff, this bear suddenly realized that it wasn't going to be as easy as he thought to get into this family home.
And oh, look at this. Oh. What are you thinking, dog?
Can this fox take this cat? Nope. Watch as this faithful dog protects its master from these dangerous, cows? When this kid's friends pretend to attack him, his loyal cow comes to the rescue. Another man pretending to drown, and another dog coming to his rescue. Another heroic dog now, being trained for a very specific rescue mission. When this dog's human went into a diabetic coma, he barked and barked and barked until a neighbor sent a recording to his wife, who came home just in time to save his life.
If their dog didn't alert their neighbor, Chris says he might not even be alive right now.
You get a family pet for the love and companionship. Snake spotting is just a bonus. When this man's van was stolen, his dog stopped the situation going from bad to worse.
El sonido alerta al perro, que busca impedir que sigan golpeando. A pesar del sonido, Tarzán y su amo corren valientemente detrás de los sujetos tratando de...
Nobody sneaks up on my human. Nobody. Watch how quickly this good boy turns into an angry boy as soon as he spots a knife. This kid was about to be flattened by a charging cow, but then his dog stepped in and saved the day. And now an example of how different two breeds can be. Large dogs can often be the most friendly, unless you try something like this. Dogs aren't always friendly, however. Watch this Siberian Husky protect his owner from an attack by 2 pit bulls. When this dog's owner was injured, he simply couldn't be apart from him. When this guy got lost on a hiking trail, his faithful pup showed him the way back to civilization. This petrel decided to attack an emperor penguin chick, but it wasn't expecting them to have a fully rehearsed defense technique. Never attack another dog's human, especially if they're in the middle of being pet. Believe it or not, you're about to watch a DOG performing CPR. Caesar the monkey escaped from his home and ran rampage around the streets, upsetting various children and even biting a man. Eventually, his owner found him, and Caesar jumped straight into his arms. You definitely don't want to trespass in their garden, even if you are a cougar. This guy was just trying to do honest day's work with his faithful pooch by his side when he was the victim of a home invasion, and the pooch was not impressed. And now for something slightly different. A dog saving a puppy from a human.
Wow. The car starts to back up, and here comes this, it's a border collie. Look at rushing out, grabs the chihuahua just in time.
Despite the stereotype, cats can sometimes be just as loyal as dogs. A turtle's worst nightmare is being stuck on its back, and all these other ones know exactly how he feels. When this baby polar bear fell into the water, his mom sprung into action. And you get the feeling he was grounded for at least 2 weeks. We've all heard the phrase fighting like cats and dogs, but maybe we'd better change it to helping. When this Rottweiler's little friend found himself lost at sea, he immediately sprang into action. This chimp became worried about the white tiger, passed him on to a nearby human, and guided them both to safety. Time for a cuteness overload, Akimbo fans. This dog has just saved these bunnies from a hawk. Here's another example of dogs and cats not doing what's expected of them. going for a swim is always good fun, especially if you do it with a friend. Here's a German Shepherd being trained to save a young girl from danger. When this otter couldn't quite make the jump, there was no question of her family leaving her behind. This man pretended to have been trapped in an avalanche, and his faithful Wolverine Jasper was able to find him.
My rescuer is on his way. Hey, bud. Hi, bud. Hi, bud. Pull me out. Pull me out. There we go. Good boy.
And now perhaps the most unexpected thing you've seen yet, a dog protecting a lion from a tiger. Well, we had to show one of these, really. When a dog gets too interested in a kitten, this cat decides to start fighting, like cats and dogs.
Meow.
This blind man was in the Twin Towers on 9/11 and successfully escaped the devastation thanks to his dog.
Together as a team, they made their way to safety.
He ran, I kept telling Roselle, right, and giving her hand signals.
Roselle was honored for her service that day, and Hingston tells their story of survival to help inspire others.
We're not sure who started this goose and dog fight. In fact, we're not even sure who ended it. This dog is determined to protect these children, and no big white van is going to stop him. When you're hanging around the mean streets as a toddler, it's always important to have your own goose bodyguard. If your dog is too faithful, then you probably shouldn't bring it to your jiu-jitsu tournament. And speaking of faithful dogs, look at how these guys refuse to let their human get anywhere near drowning. We've all seen videos of people dropping their phones into the water.
Oh my God!
And that's why there should be more dolphins in the world. Have you ever seen a rescue dog at work? Well, watch the way this hero tracks down trapped people in Brazil. Yes, there's something about dogs which just makes them naturally good at pushing cars. And here's even further proof of our theory. Here's another unusual pairing, as a pig rescues a baby goat. When medical staff are at an all-time low, hospitals need to improvise. Dogs' mouths are much stronger than human hands, so we're sure his owner appreciated this. Well, apart from the drool on the handle. Here's an elephant rescuing an antelope from drowning. That's right, those trunks are multi-purpose tools.
Bravo!
This clip might sound like the description of a Disney movie, but a monkey and a dog team up to rescue a baby chick in danger. After a truck crash left this man and his passenger lying in the open, suffering from hypothermia, his dog, who usually never leaves his side, ran for help.
But in this case, she took off, knowing she needed to find help to save his life.
This woman was woken up by her cat bouncing on her chest, but then realized she was feeling quite weird. When she got to the hospital, she found out she was having a heart attack.
And he woke me up. He doesn't do that normally because he doesn't like me. He's not normally, he's more my mum's cat.
Pit bulls get a bad reputation, but after finding her owner unconscious, this one woke up his wife, who started performing CPR on her husband and saved his life, along with their faithful pooch, of course.
She found me, and I was unresponsive.
And at that point, she went back into our bedroom and she woke up my wife.
This fluffy hero saved her owner's life when she suffered a seizure by getting on the road and stopping traffic.
She runs into the middle of the street as if to say, "Stop," in the name of the dog. The driver jumps out and goes over to help.
When Buddy, the dog's best friend, collapsed, he squeezed out of a small gap in the window and alerted his neighbors. In other words, he saved his life.
God gave him brains.
And he saved that man's life.
You saved my life?
He did.
So now you've seen all those examples of animals turning into heroes. Why don't you perform one final heroic act for Akimbo by clicking subscribe?